In this section, I'm going to show you two different things. The first thing is to apply a material to my part body, and next I'm going to use some knowledge tools to see some measurements of this part body. So first of all, I need to apply material. You can see that apply material has a separate tool set for itself, and it has only one tool, and that's here, apply material. If you cannot find this, just type in the command here. Just type C, a colon, and then type in apply material. Of course, you can use this syntax for any other tool that you need to if you cannot find it from the insert menu, or if you cannot find the tool set that is here, because there are a lot of environments in Catia, and finding a tool can be a little frustrating, but typing the name is very easy and convenient way to find the tool. So I hit enter, and you can see the apply material dialog box is going to open. Now you can see that different categories of materials are present here, and you can see each one of them. By double clicking on one of them, you can see the properties of those, and of course you can change the properties if you need to. You can see that some of the properties is not going to change, some of them can change based on the things that you are going to do, based on some standards that you have. I want to close this dialog box and just apply the material to my part. I go to metals and select, for example, steel for material, and whenever I clicked on steel, I just want to click on the part body, or the name of the part body and specification 3, both are the same. So I click on part body here, and now I click on OK. The material is applied to my part here. Now if I open my part body, I can see the material here again. By double clicking on this material again, the dialog box opens here, and I can change some of the properties that I need to. For example, some properties that are in analysis, and by changing them I can reflect the exact properties of the material that I'm applying to my shape. So that's okay for me. I'm not going to talk about these in detail. I click on OK. Now I have something here that is made of steel. Now I have some tool sets available here. You can see measure between, measure item, and measure inertia. These are from knowledge. Right, right click here. These are from knowledge toolset here. Of course, you cannot see this in my capture because it's on top of this list. But if you have the knowledge toolset, you can see these items under your toolbar. Or of course, you can type in the command again. Measure between is one of them. By clicking on measure between, you can see that it has different types of measurement. For example, by clicking on the measure between the first one, you can click one line and two lines. Now you can see that between these there is a measurement available here. Of course, it has gone a little too up, so if I pan down, you can see that it is about 200 millimeters between these two lines. Now if I select another things, for example, the center axis of this hole and the center axis of this hole, you can see that it tells me that it is about 130 millimeters between these two centers. This is one thing. I click on some blank area and I go and click on the second thing. It tells me that measure between a chain mode. So I select the first line, I select the second line, the third line, fourth line, or any other lines that are here. You can see that between these I can have different types of measurement. Now I have I'm done with this. Now you can see that whenever I click the second line, third line, the fourth line, the measure between these two last line is going to be showed to me. So this is one thing. I can click OK and finish this. Again, I'm going to click on this measure between, and now I'm going to select the third one. This is the fan mode. So I click the first line, for example, here. The second line is going to be here. You can see that these two have 70 millimeters of distance. The third line, and you can see it is going to be 130 from the first line. And again, the last line, you can see that between the first and the last line is going to be 200 millimeters. Any other line that you click is going to be, selected at as the distance between the first line that you have selected and the line that you are going to select. Now this is one thing. Again, we have some other thing that is measure item, and of course measure item has its own tool under knowledge toolset. So I go and cancel this out and click on measure item here. Again, you can see that measure item has measure between tools inside it, but measure item is going to be selected here. Measure the thickness. So if I move my cursor over my thing, you can see that there is a thickness shown to me. By moving slowly, you can see the thickness of the material that is here, and of course you can see that this thickness is going to be based on something. The arrow shows me that which side is going to be selected for the thickness. You can see a surface under my item, measure item, and you can see that this surface is going to change whenever I go over a line. It's going to be changed. If I go over another surface, it's going to be changed. So this is showing me what is the thickness of this part. But if I click on some surface, you can see that it has some other information for me. And you can see the results here. It tells me that the length of this part is about 101, and the point that I have selected is in this coordinate. And of course the direction vector is like this. So I'm going to cancel this out again. And the third thing that is very interesting is measure inertia. By clicking on this, I can select the face or I can select the whole body. If I go and select the whole body like this, you can see a result of the whole body. It tells me that how much mass I have here. It's about 21 kilogram, or no, it's near 22 kilogram, and it tells me that the density is about 7,860 kilogram per cubic meter. So this is the whole inertia, and this is the mass that I have right now in the shape. Of course, the whole area of the surface is about less than a little more than a quarter of square meter. So this is it, and of course I have the volume. It's about it's about 0.003 cubic meter. So you have some information about the whole area of the surface, the density, the whole mass, and of course some other information here. I cancel this out, and now again I click on measure inertia and go and click on one surface only. If I click on one surface only, you can see that the surface mass is going to be calculated, and the whole mass of the surface is here, and the whole area of the surface and other information about those surface. So these are the nice tools that you can use after applying a material to your shape. Of course, the measure items do not need you to apply material, but measure inertia sure needs you to apply material to your shape and then check these measurements.